Welcome to This Place. Each week, we ask Oregonians about the places that matter to them, where they live, where they work, and where they find meaning and joy. This week, we hear from Bennett Hall and John Day.
John Day is a small town in eastern Oregon and sort of where the high desert meets the mountains. It's got a real varied sort of landscape, from arid, heavily eroded rock formations to fertile river bottoms to forested mountains, wide open meadows, and pristine lakes. It's very sparsely populated. There's a lot of wide open spaces. And to me, it means a kind of freedom, because you do have room to kind of spread out from your fellow man and enjoy the countryside. I'd passed through, in the past, and, I knew it was a beautiful place, but I had not been able to spend any length of time out here. And I have absolutely cherished the opportunity to explore this part of the state and this part of the country, and to get to know some of these incredible wilderness areas. I've lived in Oregon since the early 80s, and I've explored a lot of the state. I've spent a lot of time hiking in wilderness areas in the Cascades, and it's so much less crowded out here. There's fewer people, there's more wildlife, more opportunities for solitude, and being out there makes me feel free. I have really enjoyed exploring the Strawberry Mountain Wilderness. There's a little chain of lakes up there that are not heavily used, surrounded by beautiful forests. Strawberry Lake is a favorite of mine. In the fall, the tamarack trees turn a beautiful golden color and just light up the mountainside. The Elkhorn Mountains have some beautiful wilderness areas. The Elkhorn Crest Trail is on my bucket list of hikes to do. I've explored a little bit of it, and I want to go back and do the whole thing. I've been here not quite 3.5 years. I came out from Corvallis, Oregon, because I needed a job. There was an opening for an editor at the Blue Mountain Eagle newspaper in John Day, and they offered it to me, and I took it. It is Oregon's oldest weekly newspaper. It was founded in 1868. It's changed names a number of occasions, survived several fires, and we continue to report the news of Grant County. My job is to go out into the community, find out what's going on, and come back and report that story to our readers, and try and make it interesting as well as factual. You always have to start with that. With the advent of digital technology, readers today have many more sources of information than they used to. And a lot of them have stopped going to their local newspaper for news. They might go to a cable news network. They might go to a politically oriented news website. They might go to Facebook and allow themselves to be under the mistaken assumption that a lot of what they're reading is news, when really it's just commentary at best or rumors at worst. And as a result, I think it's harder for people these days to agree on the basic facts of news story. People are so overloaded with information, and there are so many unreliable sources out there that the truth often gets lost in the clutter. People out here don't want clutter.
That was Bennett Hall and John Day. This Place is produced by Oregon Humanities and is edited by John Richardson. To hear more stories from This Place, visit OregonHumanities.org or subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.